So it's Saturday the 19th of August. This Discovery 2, this has just pushed me over the edge. I have had enough of these crappy Land Rovers now. I didn't finish doing the video of putting the injectors and the manifold on because I couldn't stand it anymore. It just got on my nerves. It is so complicated to work on. You know, you can't get your hands in anywhere, you can't do anything. Anyway, it was throwing some cords off. We put some new injectors in, new seals, new manifold seals, everything. Took it for, I've been driving it around. Gordon says, oh, drive it around, drive it around. I haven't got time to drive it around. So in the last 2 weeks, I've done 145 miles. In that time, I've put $120 worth of fuel in it just to do that mileage. Incredible. And today, coming back from JP's, lo and behold, the check engine light comes back on again. Unbelievable. I don't know what it is now because I'm not sure if you can focus in down here. Let's see if you can see it. I'll do a screenshot and I'll do a printout. Fault code 75. That's a new one. Misfire detection, multiple cylinders, catalyst damage, maximum value exceeded, fault not present and intermittent. What does that mean? Fault code 64. Misfire detection, cylinder 2, catalyst damage, maximum value exceeded, fault not present and intermittent. Fault code 62. Misfire detection, multiple cylinders, emission relevant, maximum value exceeded, fault present and static. Fault 51. Misfire detection, cylinder 2, emission relevant, maximum value exceeded, fault present and static. So there seems to be there's something wrong with cylinder 2. What is it? I don't know, I've just got him. But he has a little iCar soft device permanently in the car to put out the check engine light. But the problem with this was, when I was driving it back, for some strange reason the check engine light was flashing, then remained static. Oh, I couldn't understand it, so I put it out with this iSoft thing. Came back, flashing and going at it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear the codes with the Brit part setup. Oh, first of all I'll print the screen. On control, print screen, and I'll save it as a picture here. Right, save that. I'll put a print out here where you can see. But this has got on my nerves. If I charge this guy my regular hourly rate, I've put more time into this than this is actually worth. That brings it home, eh? But it's just pushed me over the edge. I don't want to do anything with Discos, Range Rovers and anything. Not even bloody Defenders. If somebody wants to make me an offer for me 130 and my Series 1, that's it. Come down with a handful of cash and you can have the bloody thing. I'm just going to do engines, gearboxes and axles and transfer cases from now on. But you take them out and you get them to me and I'll do them for you. But I'm not going to be wowling on taking engines and gearboxes out anymore. I'm just sick of these cars now. I really am. This has pushed me over the limit. Because you can't find out what these fault codes are. What are they? Come on, somebody must know. Because I asked RPI and they didn't know. It's not like a P code. They're Bosch's own codes. Try and find what Bosch's codes are. These are old cars. All sorts of problems. So what we're going to do now is an experiment. We're going to clear all the codes off. See, we've done it again because we're getting used to it now. We'll erase the codes. Horrible things. Horrible cars. I was just chatting to a chap the other day who was a car dealer and he says that we won't even touch them. People think they're worth a fortune, they're worth nothing. Let's load them again. No fault codes present. Check engine light on. Wait a minute. Right, it's out. The check engine light's out for now. When I was driving it, I could hear a little boop like that. I didn't think anything of it. In fact, because the roads are so bad here in Quebec, I just thought we'd just gone over a bump. So anyway, just wait a minute, I'm going to have to just pause this here because Deborah's here. Just wait back, I'll be back in a minute. You see, the strangest thing with this car is, it runs great. It runs really, really nice. We've changed all the intake manifold gaskets, we've changed the mass airflow sensor, we've changed the air filter box, we've changed all the injectors, they're all tested and balanced, we've changed all the spark plugs, all the leads, all the coil packs. How much more can we do to eradicate this problem? Before I got hold of it, the owner had changed all the O2 sensors to genuine ones. We've changed the exhaust system because that was all blocked up. How much more can we do? And why those codes? If somebody can answer me that, it'd be brilliant. I mean, somebody must know somewhere. Let's read them again, see what it says. See, no fault codes found. Am I going to put another $200 worth of fuel in it and drive it around? So I hate that indiscriminate driving it around. Oh, just drive it around and see when the light comes on. I only go to JP's and the liquor store and a local supermarket. That's only a go. If I do, if I do 20 miles a week, that's it. I don't know what to think. I'm really at the end of my tether with all these Land Rover stuff. It's nothing but problems. The Range Rover. Let's turn this off. So we got the new tyres for the Range Rover over there, and I got them put on, and she wanted some what they call freestyle, fire style. I can't remember which it is, which I just happened to have on my 110. So I had a set of tyres down here off the Spanish 110 with these rims on. Now I know you'd be sort of bitching and moaning, saying, well, they aren't weight related for a Land Rover Defender, blah, 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 blah. Trying to interview. It never carries anything. But besides that, it had a brand new set of tyres on it. So I just swapped them over, sandblasted and painted the wheels for the Range Rover. I thought, great, let's get this done. That's it, that's the last job. Bloody thing wouldn't start. Came to it, I had the battery disconnected while it was parked up. Battery's dead at the door now. That's the second battery that's gone dead from that same company. You see what I mean? See how I get fed up with them? It's just like it's like walking through treacle. I wish everybody would buy a Toyota. Why don't you just buy a Toyota and put a Land Rover body on it? A body kit. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this lot. Am I going to drive it around for another 150 miles? I don't know. Sometimes it's time to throw in the towel and say, forget it. I can't understand it. I honestly can't understand it. Anyway, if you've got some ideas, please let me know. Because like I say, throwing up strange codes, misfire number 2 cylinder, how much more can we change? Anyway, I'm going to get a refreshing glass of Jameson's now, perhaps even a full freaking bottle. See ya.